Hey guys, so Lord here, back in with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Masterverse Wal-Mart exclusive. I'm not going to have an OJism here, because not for nothing, that's not where I got this guy. But today we're going to be taking a look at the Vintage Collection Beastman. Brought to us by the fine folks over at Mattel and Mattel Creations, of all places. Granted, I did get a notice that I was going to get charged for this guy through Walmart, but I decided I actually want to get the figure, and Walmart's notorious for canceling pre-orders on almost everything Mattel. So I just said screw it. I ordered him through Mattel Creations because I saw him on there and figured, well, at least this way I'm gonna get him. And literally, if we don't count Sunday, 2-3 days later he showed up. So very cool. Of course, you know, with shipping costs, it did cost a little more, but at any rate, I got the figure. And I gotta say, out of all these vintage collection releases, this is one of the better ones. And if you're really stuck on, you know, Masters of the Universe Classics, this is basically a Motu Classics figure in Masterverse clothing. So with that being said, why don't we cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review and take a look-see at all good old Beastman has to offer in terms of accessories. Starting off with a pair of claw hands. Pretty standard for any Beastman. Now, it looks like he does have his little knuckle dusters on this hand. Not so much on this hand, but he does on this hand. So that's pretty cool. And then, of course, what is Beastman without his trusty whip? Much like the new Eternia Beastman, it is a solid rubber piece this time around instead of a string, which I didn't mind the string. I get why they changed it. But I wish these rubber ones were just a touch softer so they'd get the fudge out of their own way sometimes. Taking a closer look at Beastman, he is really cool. Really cool. Arguably the Masterverse figure of the year. I mean, I know the line's kind of dead, but if any Masterverse figure is going to make my top figures of the year list, it's probably good old Beastman here. And not for nothing, these fur pieces on his sheen guards, you can actually pop these off. You can pop these right off, as you can see, and you can give him more 2000X style shin guards, which is pretty cool. It is kind of a pain in the neck to get it back in, but just so you know, if you have issues with this, it's not glue, it's just you gotta push that thing back down. As far as articulation on Beastman goes, his head will rotate side to side a little bit. It's hindered by his big old all this going on. He can look up and down too, but again, very hindered by his armor, mane, whatever you want to call it. Shoulders kick out to the side, back down, rotate all the way around. He does have a bicep swivel, which I actually put soap in mine. They're very tight out of package, and I ordered 2 of these guys. One for me, one for a friend of mine. And these were very gummy, but not like, oh, it's gonna break gummy, but this just is so butter smooth now, it's not even funny. That said, he's got double elbow, he's got rotation in the wrist with a hinge, he's got a diaphragm joint that will kick back, it'll kick forward. Of course, without the armor, it'll do a lot more than that, but you know, with the armor on, you're pretty hindered there. He's got a waist twist. He's got drop down hips that'll kick down, back up. A little bit better than the Merman I looked at yesterday. His hips will kick out, and kick back down, kick forward back, thigh cut, double jointed knee. He's got a calf swivel, and then he does have a hinge in the foot with a rocker and peg holes at the bottom of his feet. And yeah, that's pretty much it for good old Beastman here. He's very cool. He's very substantial too. He feels really big in hand. That's what she said. And I really think you're getting your money's worth with this figure. Now, if you can get him from Walmart, he is cheaper there. But if you want to get him, period, I would go through Mattel Creations. They shipped really fast, and I didn't have any problems with this figure. He's really, really nice. I will also say his little bracers here, those are separate pieces. So you can pop those off if you want. You can pop the whole shin guard off if you want. It's just got the little pegs in the back, so you don't got to worry about heating up feet or anything. And I should note, his hands have the little, I'll show it here in a second, but his hands have the little kind of pointed pegs, whereas Merman yesterday had the big chunky monkey pegs. I do kind of prefer those. It just makes the hands tighter, especially when you're trying to pose them. But you know, this guy's wrists are pretty solid. I don't really feel like his hand's gonna be flopping all over the place when I'm trying to pose him. So with that being said, I think it is time now that we move right along and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here is our vintage collection Beastman alongside his new Eternia counterpart. And I will say, between both of their whips, this new one's whip is a little bit more stiff, we'll say. The new Eternia one is even more gummy than his, so if that matters to you, there you go. That said, the new Eternia one does come with that cool mace, so I guess he's got that going for him. That said, we also have the Vintage Collection Skeletor, the Lord of Destruction. Because, not for nothing, this Beastman didn't come out with anybody. He was all by himself. I know there's an Evelyn coming out and a Wondar, but they're not even up for pre-order yet, as far as I know. I don't know when those are coming out, but if I can get a hold of those, I will grab them and take a look at them here for all you beautiful people out there in good old YouTube land. But, you know, there's Skeletor. I don't think we brought him out for any other of these vintage collection videos, so figured I'd bust him out for this one. So, getting these two out of the way. I still really like this new Eternia Beastman, but that's mostly because he's got the Nom Nom hinge in the jaw, which is pretty fun. But you know, he does have a very gummy head, a very weird gummy head. That's what she said. Again, two of those in one video. That's entertainment. But bringing in our two regulars, we have the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibolith and the infamous 11 Spawn. His foot was just about bent forward. That is weird. And he's about neck and neck with good old Beastman here. So, with that being said, I think it's time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and if you weren't satisfied with the new Eternia version of a good old Beastman here, then I think this vintage collection one will do you just fine. Granted, these vintage collection figures have not been perfect up until this point, but I think this is one of the better ones. He's got the upgraded torso articulation. It's not as antiquated as, say, the Merman we looked at yesterday. And, not for nothing, you get enough in the box to justify the price point. Like I said, he's about Stratos' size, and Stratos is a pretty big dude. Beastman, also a pretty big dude. And I like the fact that you can pop different armor bits off and choose your own adventure with this figure. It's not something we could really do with the new Eternia version. However, I do miss the jaw hinge. So, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this review. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.